Right, hello and welcome to our big FA Cup match preview. It's the semi-final,
yes.
people. Remember to smash that like button and subscribe if you aren't already, and let's get into it. All right. Look at that.
Cool. Wow.
How do you think?
I love it, mate.
I'm ready.
You really, you're really taking the effort with these graphics.
That is my today's game. No, well, right, we're here for our FA Cup semi-final preview. We're all very, very excited, despite the woeful, horrendous display that we all saw on Monday night. Jack, have you managed to erase your memory of the most ridiculous 11-man performance we have ever seen under Hasenhüttl?
I wouldn't.
We're keeping it light on the show, first of all.
Do you know what? I've not thought about it. It was so like it was so like just like, oh, for God's sake! It was such a low point. I just really didn't think about it. I've just, luckily, right? This week I've gone back to this thing called work, and suddenly I don't have to sit and think about one thing all day anymore.
Your mind doesn't dwell on everything.
No, so I've actually been relatively happy about the whole week. But now I think about it, yeah, it sucked, didn't it? It was terrible.
It was pretty awful. I mean, about an hour ago, I was on an opposition fan channel, and they have also, Leicester City have just come off a loss to West Ham at the London Stadium. A few key players missing, but they too may be an extra eye on the semi-cup final. Semi-cup final. Is that? I don't know.
The semi-cup final, but that's what we're calling it. That's what I'm calling it for the rest of the time.
That is what we are calling it. But yeah, it's their first time they're in a semi-final since 1982. So we've been here before. But as I said on their show, it's almost like we got more to lose here, haven't we? This is our season.
The pressure on us this game is high. Like we need this. I can't stress how much we need this. I need it. You need it. Everyone in the comments needs this. That needs it to be a good game because it's been bloody hard, and it's just a shining light. It's a shining light, and the confidence I had after Wolves and after Bournemouth, it's wallowing. Our form in this cup, though, the fact that we've kept clean sheets and we have played really, really well in these games, just does make me hope. Like, is it that weird thing of we're just a decent cup team this year? Like,
right?
Like, do they just feel differently? But it's strange. It's just that as soon as we got did well in the league, and the pressure was on a little bit to maybe expectations were then set a little bit. Mm-hmm. We dropped off, and I'm so worried that I've got expectations for the weekend, and it's going to drop off. But I'm confident. It's Leicester. It's the best of a bad bunch for us,
right? So in a weird way, yes.
In a weird way, like
yeah.
If you think I'm worried now, imagine how worried I'm going to be if we make it through.
Yeah, it's a mad one because even the game that we came back from 2-0 down and beat Burnley 3-2. Let's be honest, we were a mess. But the first 30 minutes was horrendous. It was no different than what it was when we played Brighton. It was complete chaotic mess. So I have no idea what to think for this game coming up at the Wembley Stadium. But it's just I don't, because the players who should have been in form. Let's face it, Danny had a terrible game. Kyle Walker-Peters had an awful game. Everyone had a bad game. So I just really don't know what to make of it. I just see the comment come up here. Have we got any injury worries? I haven't seen any stories of that regard. I had a rumor. Someone said that maybe Danny has picked up an injury. Have you heard anything?
Well, he came off. Well, he had that little knock in the last game. I'd be amazed that kept him out. the importance of the game, I feel like Ralph's going to be going real ham on it. And he's, again, it's another game for us to be like, how's Ralph going to react from that game?
Mm-hmm.
Is he if we go out and it's the same team again, and it's Theo starting and Diallo in the middle, and everything just sort of the same as it was.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that's like we'll be setting up to fail in that sense.
Yeah,
and I am worried about that starting 11. Most like I've written up my starting 11 down, and there are question marks all over it. And they're like, even in writing it down, I've not been definitive. There are it's an 11-man team. I've got 14 names written down here.
Do you know what? I've got nothing more to speculate on Sunday, so why don't we jump straight to the predicted 11? So there we go. And also, Harvey's helped us out here. Rouse presser is tomorrow, so we've done the preview on the wrong day. This happened again. There we go. That's fine. This is pure gut feeling, as it always is on this channel.
I hear rumors that Ralph watches this and then he does his presser.
Right. I imagine he writes notes on this to tell the press. Right.
I just send him my notes. I fax it to him. We've got a fax machine.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe because this channel is pure gut instinct, and if that's what Ralph's going on, then really that's a bit worrying. Anyway, let's jump straight into our predicted 11. In fact, Jack, I'm going to let you do this.
Wow.
You are actually going to be able to do this.
Well, I think goal, I'm still picking Fraser.
Yeah.
Still putting Forster in. I know that after the game I was worried about the communication in the back line, and I did think that, okay, is that a McCarthy thing? Is that a Foster thing? But I think I'm just it was the fallout of the match where I'm just trying to find excuses. So in my mind, I would still stick with Forster, especially because he's not conceded in this cup. it is in this cup run that he's he's excelled.
Yeah.
So I would stick with all the fours in goal. I think
all
the wings,
fours.
all the fours, fullbacks. I think you still stick with Ryan and Kyle Walker-Peters.
Yeah.
I think that doesn't change. If Kyle Walker-Peters has had his first bad game for us, really, let's be honest, that's what that was.
Yep.
He's had games where he's not maybe not shown up. He's not been terrible. He's not been the worst player on the pitch. I think that against West Brom, he was really running into trouble and just sort of found out a little bit.
Yep.
It's then in the middle that I'm slightly questioning things.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Because
who in particular?
I think Vestergaard.
What will start?
No, I think Selassie will start. But no, here we go.
Okay.
Right. I thought there was a real lack of pace in our back line, and getting back into formation and covering up. Everyone was so slow, and I think they looked tired.
Yeah. Vestergaard looked like concrete boots on.
He really did. And Salasu just has a bit more pace to him. Okay. I just think it'd be the better option. And Vestergaard, you've got the
put him on the left side, yeah, Salasu.
Yeah, Salasu. I put him on the left side. I just think from what we've seen in the past few games, I just think might be the right option for us. I think Bednarak didn't have a great game either, but Bednarak for me has done enough this season and been consistent the most with it all that I would stick with him. Okay. Yeah, it's hard because I don't in reality I feel like Bednarak and Vestergaard have been as out of form as each other, but it's just who would I keep in just out of the two. Okay. So that's probably what I do. I don't know if Salas is on the left or the right. I can't remember what he's better on.
Played left back before, hasn't he? So I'm guessing he'd be put on the left. Just as a point of contention, I don't disagree that this isn't a great idea. I just have a feeling Ralph will go with Vestergaard.
Oh, here's the thing. I've got no doubts that he will go with Vestergaard because experience, proven, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Just for the way the game has been, especially when you look at the last Leicester game. I watched a few of the highlights earlier on, and there was a real lack of, we failed to press and we allowed them a lot of room to move in the middle of the in the middle of the box, and Ward-Prowse was quite far back. If you look and it was last time we played them, it was Diallo started that game as well. They just weren't fast enough to get back into the midfield and sort that out. So I just think a bit more pace on the pitch would help us.
Right. Okay.
But at the same time, that's why in the middle I'm going James Ward-Prowse and Stuart Armstrong.
Ooh. So this isn't a predicted 11. This is the 11 we want.
Oh mate, yeah, I'm going this. I've sat all day looking at this, thinking, what would I do and what do I want? And
You
I
put
think,
perhaps in number 6 here.
yeah, perhaps at number 6, and Armstrong is slightly forward, purely because I agree. I think experience is what we need, and if I'm starting Salasso in that position, I want the experience in front of him.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and I think Ward-Prowse and Armstrong have to decide between the two of them, or Ralph has to decide who's playing that number 6 because they need to stick at that number 6 and do Romeo's job.
Yep.
They can't there's no room to change that. That's the job that needs to be done. And I think Diallo is a bit too inexperienced a little bit, but in those past few games, it does just feel like that's where it's been won and lost. Really, is in the middle of the park.
Agreed. Yep.
And I just think the passing game, just a more level head. I think that's that for me. That's what I would do.
Okay.
That's what I would do. And then
I hate this. This is yeah.
And then on the wings, I'd have Nathan Redmond and Gineppo.
Oh, Starman on the right.
Yeah, man, of course. It's this is I'm sure people don't want might not agree with what I'm putting out here, but this is what I want. I just think Gineppo's performance. I even put it out on the Instagram this week. How much do Shea and Gineppo deserve to play? And it was overwhelming that everyone just agreed. Yeah, they were so good. They were the shining lights of when we were playing badly. We were like, they were starting to progress.
Yeah.
And then the injury sort of freed up a little bit, and now they've been dropped, and they're not. The replacements haven't been as good really. So I would start Gineppo and Redmond.
No. Well, look at what happened on Monday night. Gineppo. I mean, it was such a stupid substitution time-wise. It's like you put him on at like 86 minute played or something like that.
Yeah.
And instantly, the problems that Gineppo made, and he's just one of those difficult players, those awkward players who, he had a great game against Chelsea when we got that 1-1 draw. We're hard path not to actually get 3 points out of that game. Could have quite easily done so. We didn't concede from open play, and he was playing him right back. So I just think absolutely right. He's just one of those players that causes teams headaches and sort of gives them,
When you look at the shining, like some of the best moments, sort of like during the after Christmas, after when we've been poor. It's been players running at people, like when Nathan Teller was running at people and getting fouls and penalties. Like we need that. We need someone who's wiry, going to run at people, just cause a bit of havoc, and that's kind of what I want in that position.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think Theo's not been offering that. Theo's kind of just does what Redmond's been doing. He feels like a good backup, an all right backup for Redmond.
Yeah.
I'd rather have him coming on now. The other part of me did think, what about Minamino? Well, but he can't play, can he? So that threw it right out the window.
No, he's cut tight, I think. Yeah,
but I really don't. From the sounds of it and the looks of it, I don't think he's in the plans for our future. The more it kicks on, I don't think Minamino is. But back to the team, and then it's up top, Ings and Shea. Gotta be. How can you not start Shea?
I know, right?
It was unfortunate that he didn't get that goal against Burnley. Where at that position he was in, but he's been on fire.
Yeah.
For the past few weeks, and to be honest, I've missed him when he hasn't been playing.
Yep.
And I think that's it tells you just how far we've come from Shea Adams. Even at the beginning of the season, it just seems to be like the way Shea goes. It's hard to get on with at the beginning, and then you can't really see why he shouldn't start.
Yeah, and we said it in the post match. Well, actually, the chat section called it out in the post match. It was like, what has Shea Adams done to find himself on the bench? And it was Walcott got fit.
Yeah,
and the display that we saw on Monday night was just horrendous. It was just so bad, and let's face it, there were quite a few mistakes in that Burnley game as well. So I like this team though.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The mistakes in that game is just dire. Like our passing has been terrible. You mix that passing with not pressing it. Like the press has been so bad for a team that that's our one thing. We're doing it poorly.
Yeah.
Like there's just no communication. The players aren't, close to anyone. And then it's been really confusing when you see like the midfield press, and then Bednarak and Vestergaard that seem to be in between players, completely allowing people to go in between. It's been really aggravating, and that's why I kind of changed up from Vestergaard. Now I know that Vestergaard didn't play in the last Leicester game. I think he was still out by then.
That's right.
So maybe this. I think he probably will start. So I'm not going to be upset if he does.
Okay.
But for me, this is what I would do.
Yeah. I mean, it's a really difficult one in that midfield because let's face it, we haven't seen a confident performance in midfield for months. Not since Romeo got injured in that Leeds game when we were playing in the sandpit. It was, we haven't seen that control, that lack of chaos, for want of a better word. I mean, it's just been absolute madness in the middle of the park ever since he's been off. And I like Diallo. I think he's a great player. I just don't think he's an out-and-out number 6. I don't think he offers, the defensive capabilities that a Romeo or dare I say it, a Højbjerg did. He's just not one of those players that sort of gets in the way.
Yeah, like you can clearly see there's a decent player in Diallo, but I think it is more in that attacking midfield role. It's probably he's a good sub for somehow bionic James Ward-Prowse can't play a game. I feel like that'd be the way to go. But I think this kind of change, I think Armstrong. You want that secure passing, and you want that level head and that experience in the middle. And although it's not his natural position, I know he knows how to do a job. And so does Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse can defend really, really well. The problem would be if Ward-Prowse has to defend, and he tries to. Then he also has to try and play the ball and be that that man that's looking forward, trying to make the play go on. That's not Romeo's job is get the ball. Win the ball back, be defensive, and then pass it to the guy who's going to start the attack. With James Ward-Prowse playing so far back and Diallo trying to do that, they're both trying to do the same sort of thing, both not succeeding, and then going forward they're too far back. Like it's just for me, it's just not a partnership that works.
It's not, but in the same regard, you've got to be careful that the same thing doesn't happen with James Ward-Prowse and Armstrong doing exactly that.
That's what I mean. I think that the maturity of and the experience of Armstrong is better set for him to play in that position, because we have seen him play in that position. Right. I just feel like with Diallo there in the middle, Ward-Prowse is also making up for him a little bit. Whereas if you got Armstrong there, he knows. Like I don't have to make up for Armstrong. Armstrong's one of the starting players. He knows how to do this job. You don't have to explain it. He's a lawyer. He is a lawyer. You don't have to explain it to him. Just let him do his thing. Yep.
Oh man, get the itching stand singing that.
Just once though, every so often.
He's a lawyer.
He's a lawyer.
That's what we want. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what we want.
And also, looking at the formation going forward, quite often we see sort of a 3-man attack. Would that would be Redmond getting involved, and maybe we'll see Redmond sort of crossing over with Gineppo, and I've seen a bit more of this happening, sort of switching up the sides. But big question marks, though, isn't it?
It is.
At this position here.
When we get to the game on Sunday, I don't expect the team to look like this. Maybe the front,
no.
maybe. I think he'll start Redmond, Ings, Shea. I really hope he starts Gineppo.
I'm worried though. He's not.
It's just.
Do you know what I think he's going to do? That I think he's going to play Diallo. Let's imagine Armstrong's Diallo for a second. No, actually, sorry. Let's imagine Gineppo's Diallo, because I don't think he's going to start Gineppo. I got this horrible feeling. Effectively, he'll do this. He'll put Diallo in here.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what we've come to know.
And Vestergaard here. That's kind of what.
Yeah, I mean that more likely that is the team that we are going to see. But I'm hoping that maybe a little tweak to the system, because one of the other comments we got on Instagram was, I hope Ralph changed the tactics. It's like, well, he's not going to change the tactics, but he can rotate the squad and correct the squad.
Mm.
We can all see where there were corrections need to be made. Like the difference Gineppo made when he came on the pitch,
Oh, massive.
massive. And the form he was in before, we all that. Shea, the form that he's been in, anyway, and that we need to attack. When it's in reality, Southampton are a team right now which, in a lot like Leeds, in a sense, we've got to score goals to win.
Yeah,
because we're gonna concede, but we need to score. Doesn't matter how many times we rotate this back four. There's a good chance we're going to concede, especially the fact they've got. I think Madison, like I think that is their little ban up now.
yeah. I think they're punished players that are coming back. Oh no, you didn't have to go and play at West Ham's. It's just like, what kind of punishment is that? It's ridiculous.
It's not a punishment, is it? I mean, it
didn't even get fined. Apparently,
should have come down harder on that. But then again, I'm watching Arsenal versus Sparta Prague, and if we're talking about bans, 10 games is not enough. Oh, and then there seems to be a slight punch up on the pitch, or someone's getting a big card. Or not. It's a yellow. It looked like a big rough challenge. So I was saying to Mike just before we went on, this is the only time I've ever wanted Arsenal to win a game and win it well, because screw Prague.
Yeah.
So for one night only, come on Arsenal.
Yeah, they're having a good fun Arsenal fan TV tonight. It's all kicking off. Do you know what though? Looking at this team lineup though, I just really worry he's going to start Walcott.
Yeah.
Because the problem that gives us is if he starts walking, can you imagine this? He goes with the same team that played on Monday night.
I think if he did that,
because did he have Redmond up front? Was Redmond up front?
It was that weird thing of like it was
Redmond and
Redmond and Theo. Really, it was that like interchangeable. Like they don't do anything. They do the same job, but none of them. Like they're too similar of player. And I think there are times when it it's like when it was Ings, Adams, and Theo. Theo was trying to play in those forward, those advancing positions, meaning there was a huge gap in the middle of in the midfield. Yeah, and I think Redmond feeding that ball in works really, really well. Yeah, and then like he has been a few games. He's on the he's on the end of shots now. He's doing I think he playing slightly. He's still an attacking player, but playing just a little bit deeper to feed through the two going forward. I mean, he's still very much a part of that attacking three, but he's that deep line player.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is pretty much. Let us know in the chat section exactly what you think about that that lineup. Let me have a few of the comments here. There's saying 194. There's no way he goes with the same 11. Surely,
if he goes for that same 11, and we get knocked out, there will be
hell to
exodus. Pay. There will be exodus, and we're just gonna have to sit here and be like, right, I know how I feel about it, but I can't. I can't argue for this right now. I can't help you there.
Yeah,
that'll be the most quiet I'll have to be in one of these videos.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a rough watch if he does that. Ralph might start Salisu just in front of the back two. Well, maybe what in the sort of number six position. I think it was a Salisu though. He was kind of touted to be like this super wonder kid that someone who Liverpool's going to buy in 2 years' time. But we haven't really had a chance to see what he can do really. Only a little bit here and there. So bit of a mystery.
But these are the sort of games where maybe it's time to just maybe not. Maybe it's not time to roll the dice. But I agree. I think that there's a time and a place where we need to start playing him. Mm-hmm. And the money that we spent on him and the things that were said about him when he got to the club, I completely let him off that there was that injury. Like, I know there's a reason we didn't see him for so long, and I'm completely fine with that. But now he is fit. I just wish I could see more of him, especially when the back four has been communicating like they have and have been as slow as they have.
Yeah.
You saw him with pace, so yeah, that's why I want to see him.
Yeah, comment here from Dexter. Azam has to start. I don't know what Ralph was thinking. You can't drop one player for missing one big chance. Yeah, I guess you're referring to that one-on-one with a keeper in that Burnley game when the game was pretty close to the final stages, and the previous games he'd had the ball in the back of the net. So yeah, I'd be surprised if he got dropped just for that. I just think it's Theo's come back. and yeah, that's just what happened, really.
Yeah.
Saint 194 comment here. Vestergaard is so important if we want to beat their press. Yeah, it's a good thought there.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's I still, but that's the thing though. With their press and the way they do stuff, I just don't think he might. It's not quite quick enough.
Mm.
You know. And yeah, you're absolutely right there. The big diagonal balls would be a loss.
Yep.
You know?
There were a couple of horrendous ones against West Brom on Monday night.
Yeah, that's the thing as well, though. Like, there are moments. That's the really annoying thing. There are moments to play the ball out from the back, and there are moments to knock that ball forward, and they just keep making the wrong decision at the wrong time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I thought we were playing rugby, and some of those kicks up the pitch was absolutely horrendous. Got Chris on the show already. So who's the eye candy? That would be the man below me in the screen down there. There we go.
I mean, I've got a haircut now, so you know.
I'm not looking. I'll go for my haircut tomorrow. So
are you excited?
Oh, I'm going to be about a stone lighter with all this stuff coming off. So
some of the dudes, like I've seen some blokes getting absolutely pampered in the Turkish barbers next door to my place. They are. I think we've all been waiting. I know my boss was like, hasn't shaved. He's like, waiting for them. I think everyone's getting fully pampered. I loved it. I almost fell asleep in the chair.
Wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. Well, there we go. That is our predicted 11 for the kickoff on Sunday evening. This. I guess we've left it as what we think Ralph will go with.
Yeah, this is what I think it'll hit. This is what I think he'll go with.
But what we hope is that actually we go with Armstrong and James Ward-Prowse in the middle, and we have Gineppo starting, and maybe Salisu in for Vestergaard. But I think that comment earlier, sort of that diagonal ball to Kyle Walker-Peters, could be one that we'll be looking at.
All I'll say, guys, is if the weekend goes terrible and it all goes bad, but you think that my squad was better, let's not hashtag Ralph out, hashtag Jack in.
Yeah. Always the positive.
Absolutely. Hashtag Jack in.
Yeah, absolutely. But you bring up an excellent point. If stuff goes wrong on Sunday, yikes!
It's such an important game to us. And here's the thing: if we go out and we play well, and it's like, damn, we just lost to the better team on that day, but we gave it something. That's one thing. But if it's like West Brom, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Because and I don't want to say it, but it is Leicester, and I was at that game, and I know what they can do when they want to punish us.
Yep.
So absolutely. now's not the time to be an idiot.
No, indeed. But right, there we go. Now, I guess we need to get on to
score predicciones.
What if anyone's going to predict the draw in the chat section?
I guess you could.
I guess you could, but we're not that great at penalties, so I wouldn't. So let us know your score predictions in the chat section right now, and we will get into ours right away. Jack, do you want to do the Instagram ones first?
I will indeed. I'm just getting those bad boys up.
Okay.
The very first comment was depends what team we put out and what tactics Ralph will go with, and I just replied he has other tactics. Who knew? Saints fans said 3-0 to Saints. I'm not going to bother pronouncing that. This person said 2-1 Leicester. Robert is a G said 4-3 Leicester. Shouldn't have read those out. Alex Christina said 2-0 Saints, and Charlie Ayla says 2-0 Saints. So mixed reactions.
Very mixed reaction.
Mixed reactions to say the least.
I love those tag names.
Yes.
Rob is a G.
Rob the G, yeah. That Modest. Does feel what that Modest. Is. That's the email that we all had when we were 12, and now I've still got it when I'm 27, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. Send your application form to McDonald's with that one. Jack, are you going to go first? What are you thinking?
No, you go first. I'm still thinking.
All right. Well, I already gave mine on a previous show that I did this evening. And despite the fact that we haven't conceded a goal yet in the FA Cup, no prizes for that, by the way. Well, there is if you go all the way and do that. Absolutely, there is a prize. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to the Saints.
I like it. Yeah.
That is my score prediction. How about you, Jack? What are you thinking?
I'm going to say 1-0 Saints, and it's going to be the most stressful Sunday of our lives.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think we're going to keep that clean sheet because it's the FA Cup. With sorry, this is with my team. With my team, we're going to win 1-0.
Okay.
We're going to win 1-0.
And the score prediction if Walcott starts?
We are no. That is not an answer I will give on this show.
Go, we're after 9 o'clock. You're fine.
Oh, okay, in which case, you know, yeah, 2-1.
Okay.
That is the least confident 2-1 I will ever give you.
Yeah, if he plays that team, absolutely. So there we go. I'm going with a 2-1, and Jack is going with a 1-0. We're going with your Jack's 1-0, yeah?
Yeah, 1-0.
Fantastic. Well, let us know in the chat section what you think your score predictions are. Here we go. I love some of these. They're just so ambitious. It's great. I always love to see it. Sandis going for a 9-0. Time for revenge.
Of course.
It's
I think we should save that for the final, though, don't you? If we're going to do it, let's do it at the final.
Why not? Exactly. We're bigger than that.
I mean, could you imagine doing that at the City in the final? Just how funny that would be. Because Pep rotates, so you never know. We might get the City that Leeds had.
Yeah, but if they get that many players sent off, it gets called off.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, never mind. Kieran Year's going for it's going to be a scary first half. It's always a scary first half. Let's be honest with us.
It's always a scary second half. It's a scary 90 minutes. Have you watched Southampton?
He reckons 2-0 Saints win. And David Baker's going for a 2-1 to the Saints. And Saint 194 don't want to be miserable git, so let's say a 2-1 win after extra time. Dexter Venom, my goodness. Saints 1, Leicester 2, based on recent performances, and if you played the same team on Monday.
That gave me a migraine. That hurt.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
It's difficult. It's difficult. There's one that's below this one that I'm not even going to put up. How dare you? Someone's going 4-0 Leicester. Chelsea fan there. Chris, you didn't mention the 9-0. It's very good of you. You worded it in a different way. It was
nice
very
guy.
kind. Very
nice
kind.
Guy to do that.
So there we go. But all in all, it's an FA Cup semi-final, isn't it?
It's
anything can happen. And really, we didn't learn anything from what Ralph did on Monday night. So you just got to hope that heads have been clashed together, and it's all going to work out. We're going to play some exciting football, and prove us all wrong on Sunday, and get us European football. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
That's what I'm hoping for. But I'm just so nervous about it, man. I'm so nervous about it. The other day, I actually thought, imagine if we somehow make it to the finals. I don't think I can handle it. If they allow fans to Wembley and we were allowed to go, I don't think I could handle the emotions.
Yeah,
I think it might be a bit too much for me. It'll be the vlog where I cry. It's been coming.
It will be the only vlog of the season.
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
Imagine how ballsy that would be. We did one this year.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That'd be amazing. Oh, here's a good one from Morgan, right? Score predictions for the Chelsea one. What do you reckon? Man City, Chelsea. Who are we playing in the final?
I'm gonna say 1-1 and Chelsea to win it on penalties.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't want City to win that as all the trophies that they say they're going to win.
Okay.
I think Spurs are going to give them such an easy job in the league final, so that one's sorted.
Yeah.
So I think they might give them a little one. I'm going to give Chelsea the benefit of doubt. They're all right against Porto. Tuchel seems to be able to do this all right. Yeah. And then because I want Chelsea in the final, so
yeah, that'd be kind of interesting one. Yeah.
Absolutely.
God, I don't know. What do I reckon? See, Man City are funny though. They can have all the possession in the world and do nothing with it, and then they can score like 5-6 goals. So
Yeah,
I
but
reckon
they don't have Aguero anymore. He's not playing, is he? So
no, exactly. And Tuchel can be quite tricky. So yeah, I'm going to buck the trend here as well and say see Chelsea in the final, and I reckon it will be a 1-0 or something like that.
yeah, that's what I mean. I
It's
think we
vague
have
enough, isn't it?
bit of a dire game, but I think Chelsea. I want Chelsea to do it. Arsenal
Yeah,
just scored against Slava Prague, by the way. So
yeah, I saw that.
go on. Fair play.
You don't need any more goals.
Nah, a few
You,
more.
you've won. It's
In
over.
reality, I wanted Aubameyang to play, and then for him to score and put on the Black Panther mask. That'd be the dopest thing ever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's enough about Arsenal. Although, can I say, earlier on, I went through our TikTok for the first time in a while. Just to see what you're doing,
Yeah.
just to see what's going on. And I was reading through the comments, and there was a lot,
They
and there
get
was a lot,
fruity.
and there was some Portsmouth fans trying to go in. And a little Arsenal fan of mine, Senshu Flukes, was in there giving them grief on everything they were posted. It's my friend Jamie's lad, and he was an absolute don. I sent it to him. I was like, that is hilarious. So, Senshu, if you're out there, I know you watch every so often. Nice one, bud.
I tell you what, the chat section in here and also the TikTok, man, those guys are warriors. Literally, any opposing fan smack talk, I don't have to do anything. It's like I do nothing. But yeah,
We need moderators for this, though, don't we?
it's always in good taste as well, so it's always nice to see.
Yeah, he was very. His dad did say, he was like, "Do I have to tell him off?" I was like, "No, he's actually been very PG about the whole thing. But he's just relentless. Fair play to the lad."
Well, when you've got 3 times as many likes as the Portsmouth official channel, it's always nice to remind them. Yeah, mic drop. There we go. Fantastic. Right. Well, I think we're all done and dusted on the. Do you have any more thoughts on the Leicester game? We are going to jump on to another subject, as we always do in these big game previews. We have an additional subject to discuss, and you can all get involved with that. We got a fruity one today as well, so do stay tuned. Any more final thoughts on this semi-final?
I don't think so. I think we've covered it all. I think the only other thing to say is just that I just hope that those Leicester players don't turn up, because there's a lot of threats. Iheanacho's great, Talisman's great, Maddison's great, Vardy's great. Let's just put them to bed. Let's just not give them the space to move. Here's the good thing about that squad is if you can take Iheanacho out of the game and Talisman to an extent, you do cut off that front line quite well. So, yeah. Oh, but can you imagine Jamie Vardy running that Vestergaard? Oh my god, just
yeah, it's pretty terrifying. I'm just hoping that Jamie Vardy is having a party now and then gets found out, and then due to COVID restrictions can't play.
The night before, can somebody go to the Leicester hotel room with a load of WKD and just leave trials outside of his door? Lead him all the way back up to Leicester. That'd be great.
Give me flashbacks to that Swansea game with the hotel stuff. God dear. There we go. Right, there we go. Well, that pretty much concludes our chat for that game. Now, let me change the branding because we have another subject to chat about here. Which one should I go for?
I mean, I can't see him, so
boom! I like this one.
Nice.
Right now, earlier in the week, I put out a video on a particular topic, which got me and Jack very, very excited, and that is the retro Hummel kits have been launched on the Saints site. Obviously, looking at the fine gentleman behind Jack there, such a fine gentleman. Jack's put them up 4 times, and
couldn't get enough of it. Really,
he couldn't get enough of it.
If I could get this as wallpaper, I would.
Wow,
and I would only put it on the side of the room that I look at.
Do you know, it's such a great picture. I'm going to make it jump forward. Boom.
Looks so good. Why couldn't he just for the photo shoot for the release grown that just have the mustache? Why couldn't he have just done it once?
Do you know what? Movember next year or this year, it's going to be amazing, isn't it? Everyone in this shirt.
Can't wait to see it.
So here it is. Hummel have it kind of surprised us really because they released these shirts, and prior. It kind of feels early, but I guess that they can do whatever they want, really. But we have new kits, nice and early. They all look fantastic. These are from the 87 season. Have I got that right?
87, 89, and 87, 88, 89.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Which is good fun. I mean, that is the year that Denmark had the same Hummel kit as us.
Right.
And if you go on the Hummel Instagram, the first thing they have is their advertisement for the new Denmark kit. So I'm like, that's nice. That's a nice little thing, isn't it? So, but I don't like that Denmark kit, so I hope we don't have the same one.
A little bit of history repeating, and just for a bit of nostalgia, they've gone to town on the presser, and here's the man himself.
He is aged like a fine wine.
Exactly. Arguably, he looks younger now than he does back then. Isn't that funny?
He does great. He does look great.
Yeah. What a legend. Absolute legend. So they have released 4 kits. We have the standard home kit, which looks absolutely magnificent.
It's on order. It's coming. Sorry, guys. It was meant to be here today, but
all on the way. And then we had the blue away strip.
Beautiful.
The yellow kit. Yellows. And the white kit. Looking lovely, isn't it?
Beautiful.
And then if you can't afford to buy them all, what you can do is you can just buy all the mugs.
Yeah, that is the way to go. When I sent you the link, because it seems weird the way they've rolled it out, doesn't it? It seems things seem to be going on bit by bit. Mm-hmm. And when I first clicked on it, it was the shirts. I was like, awesome, and then the mugs. I was like, oh, all right, that's all weird. Okay, nothing else. Okay, cool.
I know, right?
But today seems they put a few more things on there, and mate, I want that sweatshirt so bad. I'm going to be very poor by I get paid this time next week, so Friday next week I will have no money left. Exactly.
So you got nothing left for food, utilities, or anything like that. It's going to be cabbage leaf soup and a beautiful Saint City.
I know how to make bread.
So there we go. But if you had to pick a favourite out of all these, Jack?
Well, it's got to be the home shirt. I love that home shirt.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. But I the home shirt. I like that sweatshirt. There's that really nice black training. The zip up hoodie. But I love that top. As someone, I'm always on classicshirts.com because I'm always trying to find that Dimplex kit. I see that shirt on there a lot, and I see how much it is secondhand. That vintage, and I'm like, it's a beautiful kit, but you'd be nuts to pay £350 for a Southampton kit. That's not match worn or signed by any player. So it's, right. But I do love it. It's a beautiful kit, and I've been waiting for a long time. So I'm a big fan of it. I love the stripes on the sleeves. To be fair, when I see it on the Everton shirt, I didn't even think about it. But seeing the stripes on the sleeve looks great. I just love it all. Great stuff.
Yeah, that does look fantastic. I'm quite taken by the yellow strip though.
I do. I like it all. That's the problem. I will spend my money on all of it.
So just to fill in everyone, and just in case you're getting getting your wallets out ready, these aren't cheap. They are £55 a go. But
unless you've got a season ticket.
That's true. I guess you're getting it's 10%, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty much you get delivery for free. How Southampton charge £5 for delivery? I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah.
The only downside to that yellow kit, mate, is that you can never wear it on this channel.
Yeah, I know, because of the green screen thing, whether or not it will turn out to be see-through. But I think I might risk it.
What you could do, you could wear it, and then exactly where you sit, have a picture of it. Just sit like that.
Always line myself up with the
perfectly. Just
in fact, can I line myself up there? Make it look like my arms in this shot. How do I do that? Anyway, that's not going to work. So let us know if you've got any feelings on any of these kits. I love this one. Would you guys go full kit, socks and shorts as well?
If we made it to the final.
Don't say that.
Yeah, if we make it to the final, yeah.
Full kit.
I'll go full kit. If we go to the final, I'll go full kit.
Oh, why have you said that live on air?
Okay, it's fine. Mate, do you think going in full kit would bother me? If it was cold, we might speak again. But judging weather conditions, and if we make it, yeah, screw it, I'll go full kit.
Socks and studs as well.
No, mate, blades. It's Wembley. I've got class. Be hot.
Oh dear, fantastic. Oh, apparently Kieran's got his retro shirt arrived yesterday.
Beautiful.
Fantastic.
That white one is gorgeous.
Superb.
It's just an issue because I've but it just means for for birthday it's like, what do you want? Go on the Saint shirt.
Yeah.
Just choose what you want. Any
Yeah.
of it. I'll take it all.
I have the other ones that I can justify buying myself, but yeah, that white one does look great.
It's the one of the best things about having a birthday in August. It's just like boom, kit, easy.
Yeah, go nuts.
It's your top.
Is it, Kieran? Is it decent quality though? Is it like a good thick fabric, or is it like the kind of see-through scratch and sniff tear?
Is it better than the Under Armour stuff? Like, yeah, if you pick it up,
that's saying nothing though, is it? Anything's better than the Under Armour stuff.
I will say the other retro kits are decent. The other ones I got, they're fine. But when I look at these, they actually look like football shirts. Because the other ones did just look like reprints. These look like football shirts.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to see. I'm excited to get one on. So,
the home one is sourced, absolutely. So there we go.
You know what? It is expensive, but compared to £350, it's not that expensive.
Yeah, exactly. When you put it in that regard. But yeah, we just wanted to go over these retro kits. I did put out a video, and just to cut a long story short, some people had difficulties with the audio. Just to bore everyone why that is the audio was in 48 kilohertz as opposed to the standard 44.1 kilohertz, which meant that the YouTube compression meant that certain speakers didn't pick it up depending on the age of those speakers. So sorry about that. Jack did heavily say, just tell him to get a new phone.
Yeah, I did say that. I did. Absolutely.
I tried everything. I offloaded it in different formats. I changed it to MP4. I did everything. And all those people said, I can't hear it. I can't hear it. I just want you to know that I did everything I possibly could to make it work. But in essence, I was showing everything I was telling. So, and now I've done this.
But if we had to put a club statement out, it would say, get a new phone.
Yeah, if there was a written press release, it would just simply have, just get a new phone, yeah.
Yeah, it would just have it would just have a link to phones for you.
There we go. Oh, Kieran's responded. Here we go. No, it's very good quality, far better than the Under Armour. The good thing is it's not too tight like the Under Armour. Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, as a fat man, that is a problem.
Well, I kind of sort of go a bit risque and always go for the medium, and there's always a little bit of you sure you can do that, Mike? So that's really helpful. So thank you for that. There's a bit of room, but that's the retro way, isn't it? Used to wear them baggier, didn't they?
Do you really buy medium shirts? When you put them on the counter, do you just go, yeah, that's right?
Yeah, they never fit. Yeah, absolutely.
To be fair, guys, you've not seen anything funny until you've seen Mike put his new shirt on just outside the Saint store whilst his family waits.
It's true. It's true.
That was one of those moments where I had like out of body. I'm like, oh, that's what we're like.
But you want to go to the FA Cup final wearing full kit if we get through.
That's different. I'm not making my kids wait. I'm not doing it in front of kids.
Wow, he's broadened his statement here. I'd even go far to say that it was better than our Adidas kit back in 15-16. Take my money. Wow.
So fruitly.
Wow.
Time for it. But doesn't it just make you excited for what the actual kit for next season is going to be?
I know, right? Yeah.
I just hope they incorporate the sponsor properly. Isn't it funny that you look at this shirt, you think beautiful shirt, but it's just a big bit of duct tape that says Draper Tools on it. How that is somehow better than what's currently happening.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's better than the Audi Sport logo.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And actually, the old ones you put them through the wash, used to peel off, and this massive kind of like swooping billboard.
It was like the inverse. It was like a cool inverse, wasn't it? It was like, oh, I can see where it said Draper Tool, where it's sun kissed,
where it once was. There we go. Absolutely. Well, it's fantastic. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Do you have any predictions to what the home kit for next season is going to look like?
I think it might. It's either going to be nice and standard, red and white, or I think they might go for this again because I think everyone knows what a cool shirt this is. I think everyone knows that this is one of the best shirts that we've had, and in the quote unquote footballing, shirt secondhand. I watch a lot of that. I've been very bored in lockdown, guys. I've watched a lot of football shirt videos Everyone likes this shirt, and I think that it'd be a shame not to capitalize on having this sponsor back and not recreating one of those shirts. It's
Wow.
it's like when Arsenal did the banana shirt that a few years ago. I mean, they kind of did it, but they didn't. And it's just like, yeah, it's nice to be like, we look, we nailed it here. And then the next season with Hummel will be nice to be like, right, this is the new stuff.
Yeah. And do you know what?
New stuff.
And do you know what? After what the fans have been put through with shirt releases over the last few years, which, let's face it,
exactly
horrendous. Anyone from Southampton Football Club watching this right now, how dare you put us through this? Yeah, a lot of it outside of the club's capabilities. I mean, effectively, it was down to both Under Armour messing up and LD Sports also messing up. And anyway, we don't need to get into that. But what I'm saying is, imagine if they came forward with the Sportsbet.io logo, but made it look kind of retro-ish, and then we had the yellow away kit. I mean, can you imagine that with the Sportsbet.io on the front? They could just do that.
It'd be great. I mean, it would be annoying for actually, it wouldn't be that bad next season because hopefully we would be at the games rather than sitting at home in front of a green screen.
Yeah.
So let's hope. Let's hope.
Yes. I'll keep doing this.
Yeah, you can.
You're right. I can. It's absolutely.
I think Saint 194 makes a very good question there. What is your FA Cup final promise going to be?
Wow. I'm just glad I haven't been including the full kit thing.
Mate, the only downside to that is I'm going to have to wear a bag. There's no pockets, is there? So I'm a pockets guy.
Are you allowed a bag in the Wembley Stadium? I don't know. I don't know what they do.
I'll tell you, it just gives me an excuse to buy that awesome Hummel zip up because they're like deep pockets.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I do that. I wear like a training top as well as the kit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm not an idiot. I'm not just going to go full kit and nothing else. Have you ever been? You've seen England, right? There's it'll probably torrential rain on that day.
Yeah, definitely in May. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, why not? Let's go with Jack's full kit.
And also, last time Southampton were in FA Cup final, I was in full kit. Okay, I was 10, and I was in Florida, and it was quite hot, so the shorts made sense. But I still did it, so I'm keeping up tradition.
All things. Yeah, absolutely. Will they charge £8 or £10 extra Premier League badge? Yeah, it's madness that they do that.
It'll be 15 next season.
Yeah, it'll be. I imagine they'll have an arm sponsor standard.
Yeah,
and then because that's stupid. You pay for the Premier League badge and you only get one. It's like, seriously,
what happened there? Just the one. It'd be nice if they did give you the other one for free as well. That would even it out.
Yeah, absolutely. The yellow Hummel kit next season would be a beautiful sight. I wholeheartedly agree.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Well, there it is. I'm just going to leave it up with that one looking glorious as it ever does. But all in all, we're very happy to see these released. You can find details of these. They're in the club shop with standard. Just go down to the Hummel section and you will find the retro, and you'll find all these shirts and training tops and sweatshirts and mugs all within that section there. So go and check them out. And don't forget, your season ticket holder, you get 10% off. And we don't have any affiliate links to Southampton, by the way, but if anyone wants to send us any codes, let us know.
I mean, some would say we're pretty biased for them, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Well, thank you, everyone who's joined us for this live show. It's been fun chatting about semi-final game we have against Leicester on Sunday, and also chatting about these wonderful shirts. So, as always, unless Jack, you got anything final comments to leave us with? Words of wisdom?
Not so much from me, but I think David Baker in the comment section has nailed it.
Really?
Very bottom one.
Mike can grow a banali tash.
If we get to the final, you have to start growing that tash. If we beat Leicester Sunday, the tash growing starts then.
Yeah, it does. It will have to. I'm telling you now. Yeah. I've never worn any facial hair since birth. I didn't have any then, to be honest with you. So that would take me off. Yeah. Never had a moustache or a beard. So, yeah.
Right.
Thanks, David.
Apologise to Maria, and let's get it going.
My dad used to have a moustache. That looked proper freaky.
Did he really? Because
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
It's pretty funny. He did look like yeah, I won't go there. But that would be quite something. So there we go. Thanks, David. That's great. Great. Thanks so much.
Thanks, David. Thank you, mate. Thank you so much for that.
Pretty good. Yeah.
That doesn't count.
Can't really see it, can you?
Although if you super glued a mustache yourself to that for one day, I'd also take that.
Oh, can I?
Yeah, I'd allow you to wear
far
one.
Easier.
Just to wear one the entire time, but you'd have to wear it the entire time. There's no taking it off.
Yeah, as we dyed black as well.
Exactly. I mean, I'd also let you sellotape that to your face for a day if that's the way you wanted to go.
Oh, fantastic! What's this? Would you take relegation and the cup, or 13th in the cup final?
I mean, we're not getting relegated, so
yep. Question null and void. No, we're not getting relegated. But
so does that mean we're getting 13th in the cup final? Is that what we're relegated? Is that just what's happening now?
Hey.
Oh, right, I guess so.
Yeah. There we go.
That wins that's fun for everyone apart from us, because that means, Saints get to a cup final, but me and you dress like idiots.
Yeah, right. Can you imagine the mood? Man, that would be rough.
I think that would be the worst thing, would to be in full kit at Wembley and then lose. I would have to bring the change of clothes with me so I can just be straight in it. 90 minutes, get right in it.
Yeah, that'd be a rough tube ride. I'm telling you now.
Although, I mean, it'd be great if I somehow got on the pitch and was just in the squad. That'd be great.
Fantastic. Right. Well, as always, thanks, Jack, for joining me. Thanks, everyone in the chat section. Thanks, everyone who joined us on TikTok as well. I've got off to my left side here. But as always, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And me and Jack will see you on Sunday. We'll be doing the live watch along, and we'll be doing the post match. And I will definitely have plenty of Brewdog lubrication on hand to celebrate regardless.
If we get
that was confident, wasn't it?
I'll be pretty bummed. I mean, there's no celebrating then. Like, if you celebrate when we go out, I'll be very upset with you.
That's true. But no, we have to be confident. We go in high expectations, and who knows?
We're gonna win it, guys. We're gonna win.
You're in a semi-final. Anything can happen. So, but as always, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and me and Jack will see you in the next one. All right.
He is alive.